You're welcome to Flip TV News. My name is Victor Ajayi. First, the headlines. Israel will act forcefully if Truce deal is violated, Minister vows. Police confirm kidnapping of Chevron staff in Akwa Ibom. Ceasefire begins in Israel to Hezbollah war. Now the news in full. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz told the UN's Lebanon envoy on Tuesday that any breach of a ceasefire deal that the Security Cabinet is set to vote on will result in Israel acting forcefully. If you do not act, we will do it forcefully, Katz told envoy G9 Ennis Plaschert when meeting her in Tel Aviv, adding Israel would have zero tolerance when defending its security interests in the future, according to a statement from his office. Any house rebuilt in South Lebanon and used as a terrorist base will be destroyed. Any rearming or terrorist organization will be attacked. Any attempt at transferring arms will be foiled, and any threat against our forces or our citizens will be immediately eliminated, said Katz in the statement. The statement added that the previous situation in which Hezbollah had been able to build up military capacity in the southern Lebanon despite the presence of the US Lebanon force there, UNIFIL, will not be tolerated. Israel's Security Cabinet is due to meet on Tuesday to vote on the proposed ceasefire in its war with Hezbollah in Lebanon, an official said, while the White House voiced optimism that a deal was close. The United States, European Union, and United Nations have pushed for a halt to the long-running hostilities between Israel and Hezbollah, which escalated into full-scale war in late September. Police confirmed kidnapping of Chevron staff in Akwa Ibom. The police command in Akwa Ibom has confirmed the abduction of Mr. Samuel Ekerinam, the owner of Epsiba shopping mall at Afa'a Akwa Obok Idim Road in Eket local government area of the state. Assistant Superintendent of Police Tim Fon John, the state police public relations officer, disclosed this in an interview with the newsmen in Eket on Tuesday. John said the incident happened on Saturday at about 10:55 p.m. in the night at his Epsiba shopping mall in Eket. She said the gunman abducted the victim after killing his personal driver and demoralized his police escort before taking him away. The Commissioner of Police, Mr. Joseph Eribo, and his tactical commanders have visited the scene of the crime, and efforts are in top gear to rescue the victim on earth, John said. It was recorded that the victim's wife, Mrs. Glory Ekerenam, was kidnapped in Eket on October 17, 2019, and kept as the kidnappers' den in Ekot Ubo in Usit Ubiom local government area of the state. A family source who did not want his name mentioned said the victim came back from work the same day he was abducted. He said that the police officer was in a critical state in an unknown hospital in the state. Ceasefire begins in Israel to Hezbollah war. A ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon took hold on Wednesday after more than a year of fighting that has killed thousands, with displaced people returning home in south, against warnings from both sides. The truce, which began at 4 a.m., should bring to a halt a war that has forced tens of thousands of people in Israel and hundreds of thousands more in Lebanon to flee their homes. Since early Wednesday, traffic on the road leading to the main southern city of Sidon has been congested as hundreds of displaced people return to their homes following the truce, AFP correspondent said. AFP journalists saw cars and minibuses packed with people carrying mattresses, suitcases, and blankets heading south, with some honking and singing in celebration. The Israel military warned that residents of South Lebanon should not approach military positions and villages its forces had called to be evacuated. With the entry into force of the ceasefire agreement and based on its provisions, the IDF military remains deployed in its positions inside southern Lebanon, military spokesman Avichai Adrai said in a post on Twitter. You are prohibited from heading towards the villages that the IDF has requested to be evacuated or towards IDF forces in the area. Awaiting withdrawal, hours into the truce, Lebanon's army said it was taking the necessary measures to deploy forces south. The army command calls on citizens to wait before returning to frontline villages and towns that Israel enemy forces have penetrated, awaiting their withdrawals, it said in its statement. Hezbollah-affiliated rescuers also warned displaced people not to return to their homes until authorities issued an official statement saying the ceasefire has completely taken effect. The Iran-backed group is also organizing media tours of Lebanon South and East and Beirut southern suburbs Wednesday morning as displaced people return to their homes in mass. The war has seen swaths of Lebanon pounded by airstrikes and Israel troops deployed across the border to battle Hezbollah militants. It began with Hezbollah launching cross-border strikes in support of its Palestinian ally Hamas following its October 7, 2023 attack on Israel. Hamas itself welcomed the ceasefire in Lebanon and said it was ready for its own in Gaza. US President Joe Biden announced the ceasefire agreement on Tuesday, as Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his ministers had agreed to a halt. That will be all on our news updates. Join us for more stories on our channels, Flip TV, Flip TV Plus. My name is Victor Ajayi.